Hey, good morning. It's about 8:45. 8:45 is almost 9 o'clock. So welcome to my show. It's called Becca Cooks, and today I'm going to show you the essence of how to make your homemade tomato soup. So if this is your chance of making your own tomato soup, then get a pen and paper, or you can rewatch the show over again. Okay, so this is the first thing we're going to do is have tomato, or unless you can have your own tomatoes, homemade tomatoes, and boil them. Let me see if I even have homemade tomatoes, but I don't think they do. So to make the homemade tomatoes, you would either have to boil them in the water, okay, and you're gonna have to wait for the skin to peel. So that's the only way it's gonna be easier for you to peel the skin without making a mess. But because we're going to make them out of a can and they're already for us, and what you're going to do is you're just going to put it in the blender. Okay, so that is what you're going to do. All right. So if you can see what I'm talking about, that is what you're going to do. I'm going to put a lid on. Now, if you want to, you can even have some salt, pepper, and yes, sugar to cut the citrus. Okay, now if you're the kind of person that wants to use a measuring spoon, you can. Okay, so we're going to use 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay, you can even use 1.5, or if you're that kind of person that likes to pinch your food out, that's also a good time. We're going to use garlic. I love garlic. We're going to use garlic salt. And also we can use the chopped garlic. If you are the one that likes to use fresh cloves of garlic, you can also do that. Okay, and of course some of the chicken flavor bouillon. All right, give it more of that flavor. Okay, and of course the sugar. The sugar, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of sugar because you want to cut that citrus out. You don't want to make it sweet either, to where it's going to taste sweet. Okay. Now this part is going to be very loud. Okay, so, and we want to make sure that your food is not going to go anywhere. Okay, so let's turn on the blender. Okay, so while this was mixing, I was opening sour cream. sour cream is the key to the flavor of to anything that you want to put, okay? So while this was already mixing, the next thing is you want to put it on the top stove and you want to preheat it. Okay, so, all right, well, I'm gonna have to pour it this way. Now I have water just in case it needs water. Let's turn this way. I'm not sure if you see my top stove. Okay, got it. So now we're going to pour this. And put it in medium high. Okay. So while that is warming up, I'm putting at least more than 1 tablespoon in here. Okay. And all you do is you stir it up until it melts. Okay. So if you need to put more ingredients in to make the flavor just right, make this for a special somebody that is going to appreciate it. Home cooked food is definitely the best, especially when they know that it's a different taste. So I only put probably, I want to say maybe 2.5 tablespoons with this. And I'm not going to need any more. Okay. And if you want to, you can also have it with a toast, maybe like with garlic bread, a side of salad. And obviously I did not put any water because I didn't need to put no water at all. But if you wanted to add more of a spice, you know, if you like the spices to combine with all together and make it your own style, you can add more spice to it. But this is the basic tomato soup. And we added pretty much everything. So I am looking for cumin. Now remember, this is a tomato soup, so it's not you don't want to make it to be, you don't want it to be so more of an Italian style way. Okay, because this is a strong herb and it smells like cumin, I'm gonna add just a little bit. Okay, so once again, if you like to measure your spoons, use your measuring spoons, okay, just to be on the safe side. I do both, but because, you know, the spices all together, You know, I prefer just to use the measuring spoon right now. Okay. So while this is cooking, I'm going to be making a side salad. Okay. So I'm gonna turn this around. All right. So I'm going to get. I'm gonna have my salad. So I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna put it back. And because I don't have tomatoes, you can also substitute it with apples, okay? So, you know, you gotta think out of the box, as salad is mainly, you know, where it's all vegetables, all greens, anything that is gonna make it look different, right? It's gonna look the same. But if you don't have any of that stuff, you can definitely think out of your box. And let me see. I'm gonna go get an apple, hold on. Okay. So you have an apple. And then I am going to need something else. So let's go over here. I'm going to show you where I'm going. So I'm going to be grabbing a bowl and a plate. So we have a bowl, I'm sorry, a plate. And a bowl. It's going to be like a soup bowl. Okay. Okay. Don't forget about your soup. You don't want to forget that you have that cooking. You don't want it to burn. Okay. Oh, it smells really delicious. Okay, so now that it's already steaming, you want to make sure that it's probably on a low heat. Okay, so I have my salad. Okay. Okay, so I have my salad here. So if you're the kind of person that loves the cheese, the apples, remember, think out of the box. If you don't have the tomatoes, the pickles, the cucumbers, think of a sweet salad with apples. So this is my apple here. Okay, so you're just going to cut it just like this. You're going to go around. Okay. So if you are good at multitasking and you can make the salad at the same time, while your soup is cooking, then even better, right? Okay, so while that's already getting ready, you can even add your cheese. That's if you like cheese. Okay. You can use the regular cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, or if you are lactose intolerant, you can use a slice of dairy-free cheese. You can use that too, okay? But because I am, then that's what I'm going to use, okay? All right. So that's that. This is pretty much how it's going to look. Very simple and basic, okay? So I'm going to taste my soup. Okay. You can see this looks good. Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. Okay, so now grab your ladle. Now if you want to put sour cream on top to add more sour cream, but you know what? There's actually a sour cream here already. Well, it's time to eat my lunch or early lunch. You want to save it for somebody, you can. So thank you for watching. Enjoy. Next, I'm going to be talking and teaching you how to make your own home scrubs, your sugar scrubs, and what it makes to have that color in it and the fresh fragrance. Also, later on, I'm going to be teaching you how to detox your body and what makes it detox your body and flushing everything that you don't need, okay? So, thanks for watching. Bye. Stay tuned.